political landscape that often resembles a reality TV show with no shortage of plot twists, President Trump's return to the forefront of the Republican Party has taken center stage. With a commanding performance in Iowa and a strong showing in New Hampshire, it seems that the GOP nomination is his to lose. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us to spread out conservative news the mainstream is too afraid to report on. Trump's resurgence has left other potential candidates in the dust, with Ron DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy throwing their support behind him. Nikki Haley's campaign, once seen as a contender, now hangs on life support. As the momentum behind Trump continues to build, Republican officials are belatedly coming to terms with the inevitable. Donald Trump is not only the GOP nominee, but also the probable 47th president of the United States. In the midst of this whirlwind, there's been a frantic rush among certain Republicans to audition for the coveted vice presidential role. They are eager to make their not-so-subtle pitches for the position, whether through primetime cable news appearances or campaign trail speeches. Names like Vivek Ramaswamy and Tim Scott have been floated as potential choices. Both have been spotted campaigning alongside Trump in New Hampshire. Meanwhile, other rumored prospects, such as Kari Lake, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Matt Gaetz, have been seen crisscrossing states like Iowa, New Hampshire, and Nevada, trying to maximize their exposure on the campaign trail and television to curry favor with the frontrunner. With the proverbial vice presidential race heating up, it's time to offer some thoughts on the individuals being discussed as possible VP material. While this list isn't official, and I don't work for the Trump campaign, it's worth discussing these names that often come up in political chatter, for better or worse. Vivek Ramaswamy, the former Big Pharma bro who ran as an America First candidate in the 2024 presidential election, has made a name for himself. Despite a fourth-place finish in Iowa and some quirks that irked Trump's base, he has shown dedication to the America First cause. Ramaswamy's background as a self-made billionaire, his stance against wokeism and affirmative action, and his elite education make him a unique contender. He offers a positive, youthful alternative to the prevailing gloom in conservative circles. Ramaswamy's recent campaign appearances for Trump and his endorsement of Kari Lake suggest a long-term commitment to the movement. While the vice presidential role may not be in the cards for him just yet, he could become a reliable and influential voice in the MAGA movement. Lee Zeldin, the former Long Island congressman who lost to Kathy Hochul in the 2022 gubernatorial race, has been making a strong push for the VP role. However, his prospects are dim given his defeat and the competition within New York. Zeldin's ambiguous loyalty and relationships with anti-Trump Republicans in his former delegation raise concerns. His focus should be on rallying his state's Republicans behind Trump rather than a soft VP campaign. Elise Stefanik, the House Republican Conference Chair, is another contender, though not as much of a long shot as Zeldin. She has shown loyalty to Trump and is a prolific fundraiser. Stefanik's continued belief in the legitimacy of the 2020 election and her efforts to support Trump's cause make her a viable choice, perhaps for a cabinet position. Rand Paul, the Kentucky senator known for his non-interventionist views and commitment to individual liberty, is a unique candidate. While his libertarian streak may occasionally clash with Trump's agenda, he brings experience and a voice of pragmatism to the table. His principled stance on military intervention and fiscal responsibility align with many Americans' desires for a domestic-focused government. Ben Carson, the former Housing and Urban Development Secretary, has remained loyal to Trump through thick and thin. His calm demeanor and steadfast loyalty are commendable, but his suitability for the presidency may be a concern. Carson could serve as a cabinet member in the next Trump administration. Finally, Tucker Carlson, the outspoken media personality, is a top choice for many. His recent speaking engagements in Canada and his continued prominence in the media landscape have solidified his status as a superstar. Carlson's shift from libertarianism to populism aligns with Trump's trajectory. His outsider status and ability to confront issues others won't make him a strong VP candidate. While some may fear pairing two major stars on one ticket, it could send a powerful message and garner popular support. In this ever-changing political circus, Trump's choice for a running mate will carry significant weight, whether he opts for a loyalist, an experienced politician, or a media powerhouse. One thing is clear: the 2024 election will be anything but ordinary.